Welcome everyone to this Ring of Honor Women's Division exclusive. Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman, Maria Kanellis-Bennett on the call. And this should be a awesome attraction. And when I use the word awesome, it's no hyperbole. Look at this first competitor who's making her way to the ring.
This is an ROH Women's Division match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from the Wasteland, Max the Impaler.
God, as an aversion to cameras, Max the Impaler, a little bit different than what we're used to seeing here in Ring of Honor.
A little bit.
Yeah, but I think that that's what makes a real good women's division, is not having all the same type of women. I mean, you look at the male roster, and there's so many different types of men wrestlers.
Max is one of a kind, saying she's from the Wastelands, a super mutant out of the fighting cages of the Wastelands. Caprice, have you ever been to the Wastelands?
Oh yeah, it's right down the road. You take a left, go down the street a little bit, and you'll see all of them, man. They all wasted out there in the lanes. Just chilling.
I try and avoid the Wastelands myself. Really? She's taking on a real Renaissance woman. Let's go back to Bobby Cruz.
Reporting, wrestling out of Houston, Texas, Hyan.
There you take a look at Hyan. It couldn't be a more starker contrast between the two competitors. Hyan, very well world traveled. And Maria, I know that you've got some time to speak to Hyan, a little bit about her background.
Yeah, the reason why they call her the Renaissance woman is not only has she been taught by Booker T down in Texas, but she's traveled the world. She's been in Japan, she's wrestled in Japan, and so when she says she's a Renaissance woman, she is.
Incredible. We know that she's wrestled in Stardom, of course, one of the great partner organizations of Ring of Honor. And we look forward to when the world kind of gets back to a little bit more normalcy. And maybe seeing some of the great Stardom stars back here in Ring of Honor. That'd be a great treat. But Hyan has that pedigree, like many of the existing Ring of Honor women's stars. And that's a real feather in your cap to say that you've been to Japan, you've trained in Japan, and have that experience.
And it's almost two different things to say that, too, because there's a lot of people that's been to Japan just to wrestle, but to stay there to learn a style and to learn a craft and to hone it is a whole – it speaks a lot of your character. And same type of thing Jonathan Gresham did.
Code of Honor adhered to. And we've seen how successful Jonathan Gresham has been with the Pure Championship, competing for a number of championships himself. But this should be a great one-on-one match.
Kind of explains a lot about her, too, the approach that she has towards Max, to where she's not intimidated because she's seen so much already before.
Not only that, but when you go to another country to train, you are completely taken out of your element. So it really makes you focus on your craft.
And the ability to put yourself in that uncomfortable situation speaks a lot of your character.
And I think she's in an uncomfortable situation right now.
Sure is. Max the Impaler, you know, Hyan, a very strong woman. Max the Impaler, though, probably the strongest out of any of the women we've seen so far here in the Ring of Honor Women's Division.
For sure, and she knows it.
Drop toe hold, but using her body weight to maintain the advantage. Back on top is Hyan with the front face lock. That's the one thing with Hyan. She's got to use moves, I think, to cut the oxygen down, and with this front face lock, Caprice, she might be doing just that.
Well, there's some wrestling move that work for anybody, and you got that front face lock. You're cutting off the oxygen. You're able to put your weight on there to try to wear it down. And I think she's trying to find an opening for Max the Impaler to try to work on, but I don't think Max giving it to her because she's not cooperating with anything she's doing.
It's almost like when Max gets put in a position she doesn't want to be in, it makes her more angry.
Yeah.
And into the cravat here. May have been looking for the snapmare, but great transition into the cravat. Now the knees. Hyan with the drop kick does not take Max anywhere close to off her feet.
Yeah. She's reeling, though.
I feel like she's working on that neck and on that chest to cut down her wind.
Oh, there, that's it.
Oh!
She was expecting Max to come under her. Max wasn't there, and Max used that opportunity to take over.
And we say she's from the Wastelands, but don't forget Max herself, a very accomplished athlete.
Oh. I think Dr. Dre and Tupac recorded California Love in the Wasteland. That's why I was telling you.
That's where she got the outfit from.
Yeah, that's where I told you, it's right around the corner.
I mean, when you're as bad as she is, you can wear whatever you want, though. I mean, she's just throwing Hyan around the ring. Hyan, like you said, trained by Booker T, has competed in Stardom. Those are two big pedigrees for a woman as young with as much as experience as Hyan has. And she is just in control right now. So Caprice, if I could do that, I'd be wearing that outfit.
I'm sure you would be wearing that exact outfit, Rick Avani.
I would love to see that.
Well, I'm not as bad as Max the Impaler is, who's just in control right now.
Hyan, she's in a lot of trouble.
She's just stalking her.
Yeah, and it shows more trouble when she has her back turned to her opponent, trying to get away, but there's nowhere to go. You look over your shoulder, she's right in your face.
What a face to look over your shoulder to.
I didn't say you ain't getting me in no trouble.
I mean, just that.
I heard you want commentary.
There are physical and mental intimidation tactics.
she's a beautiful lady.
She is.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I mean, those eyes, those yellow eyes. Just to turn around and see those, and you get a good look at them right here as the neck bites. She's strong too.
Yeah, I would not want to be in that position. And these women coming in, they know that the women's division is just restarting and they're having these opportunities. And they've got to feel like they need to show everything. So, you know, who knows if Max even sees Hyan as a competitor or even as a person, but more like an obstacle to overcome.
Get her out of the corner. Let's go. 1.
There's women that are, you know, they're getting opportunities elsewhere, and I feel as if they would be a good fit here in Ring of Honor. So it's ever-changing, and it's exciting to see how many great competitors there are out there right now.
Do you see anybody in the ring that you think would definitely be a good fit in the tournament?
Well, I think both of these ladies, for different reasons,
Yes.
would look nice in the tournament.
I can agree with that.
I can see either of these emerging as the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. You've mentioned names in the past like Lufisto, maybe somebody that hasn't gotten their due in the course of wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, Lufisto's an interesting one because she's been involved with so many of the top wrestlers' careers, but then again, she hasn't had that opportunity to really highlight herself. So, I mean, she's one. I've seen Trisha Dore, which, I mean, she's talented. I want to hear more about her story. She's a vet.
Yeah,
like, these kinds of things interest me because, yes, there might be great wrestlers out there, but great stories and great reasons for fighting, they're not always there.
And here you see, again, trying to cut the oxygen and the blood flow off.
It's great strategy from Hyan.
Yeah.
Great strategy.
Exhaust her.
And making Max the Impaler use her own weight to carry Hyan's body weight as well. Whoa, that's one way to get out of it. Whoa!
There you go. There you go.
That burst of adrenaline pops her back up.
There was a point in my life to where I was like, if it could breathe, I could take it down, and that's exactly what it seems Hyan is doing right now.
And back on top of Max the Impaler. And this speaks to the strength again of Max the Impaler. Oh, wow. Mares are over.
But it also shows Hyan's strength to hang on to a game plan, and once she has something, to hold on to it as much as she can. You can see right there, Max is still trying to recover from that.
Charging in.
There you go.
Drop toe hold there.
She tried that drop hold toe hold earlier, and she couldn't get it.
And that time got enough behind it, using the momentum of Max the Impaler. Hyan, very smart competitor. You're seeing it, the game plan unfold before our eyes. Maybe just trying to outlast Max the Impaler with the endurance.
Look at this.
Trying to lift her up here.
It's not enough. She's by her assert herself there.
Couldn't quite get the firewoman's carry. And instead, it's Max who has her up.
Effortlessly.
Ooh, escaping, sending Max into the corner.
Using that background that she has to escape.
Oh!
That's the most impact Hyan's been able to deliver.
Will it be enough?
Might be enough.
Cover, 2. Just a 2 count there. But even that cover forces Max the Impaler to use more energy, exhaust more energy from the tank here in this Ring of Honor Women's Division match.
It's like cutting down a tree, you know, you just piece by piece try and wear her down.
Has the arms trapped, likes to go to power moves from there, that suplex. Don't know if she has enough to...
Yeah, she just ripped loose from that.
And Max, oh!
That knee on the way down. Hit the target.
Rattling the spine of Hyan. Bullseye. And has her up.
This doesn't look good.
And Max!
Backbreaker.
Driving the shoulder through the spine. Stacked up, 2, 3.
Wow.
It's almost like when Max had her up, she just knew.
Yeah.
The winner of this match, Max the Impaler.
And that confident, it's code of honor adhered to.
Is that still considered a code of honor?
In her head. Go tell her that wasn't. Don't tell her don't count. You said that out. You gotta do it again.
I think I'm gonna stay over here.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'll stay right here too.
We'll be here with you. That confidence that you mentioned, Maria, exuding from Max the Impaler. She's going to be a tough out if she enters the Ring of Honor Women's Division Championship Tournament. For Maria, for Caprice Coleman, I'm Ian Riccaboni. Thank you so much for joining us for this exclusive Happy Wrestling, everybody.
Hello, my name is Maria Canales-Bennett, and I am the First Lady of Professional Wrestling, and I'm a member of the Board of Directors for Ring of Honor. As you have seen in the past, we have brought in different women and given them a ticket to gold. Many of these women have had to have tryout matches. But for the next one, I've known her for a very long time. And so automatically, she's going to make it into the tournament because her work speaks for itself. And that person is Allison Kay.
Hi.
Hi, you are all set up. My goodness.
Yes, this is my Twitch setup.
That's amazing. So I want to offer you a ticket to gold to be in the Ring of Honor Women's Championship Tournament.
I'm flattered. Thank you.
We've known each other for a long time. And I think you are absolutely incredible. And I loved working with you in Impact. What about your past makes you so excited about this tournament?
This tournament is a perfect fit for me. I have been wrestling for over 12 years now. I've been a world champion across the world. I've traveled across the world. I never really got to sink my teeth into ROH. I've been there a couple times, but it's just been one-off appearances. And I feel like we can really show that women can go. And I feel like ROH is a perfect platform for that. So I'm very excited for this tournament.
Mm-hmm. And where have you held championships?
Impact Wrestling, I was a 2-time Knockouts champion. I'm a former NWA Women's World Champion. I'm a former 2-time Hyan champion. There are other championships down the list as well.
What would you say is your biggest asset going in the tournament?
My biggest asset would definitely be my MMA background. I think that I have a good base. I have a good catch wrestling background. I think that that's going to align a lot with what ROH represents. And I think that it would be really nice to see more of that in the women's division.
I seen recently you posted that a lot of people thought you were under contract somewhere.
Yeah.
But you're not. And
Right.
I think that this will be a great opportunity for you to go out there and really show what an incredible talent you are. You are definitely one of the hottest free agents on the market. And you're a bona fide badass. That is what you're telling me. You are a bona fide
You
badass.
said it, not me.
Well, I know it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see you. And thank you again.
Thank you. I'm very excited.